Coming up at Camelback Ranch in Glendale, the Padres coming in.
That's on top of it. One thing about Syndergaard, too, he's trying to get the velocity back.
Your starting lineups brought to you by your Lexus dealers. For the Padres, Trent Grisham, Austin Nolan, the DH spot, and Rougned Odor make his first start with the Dodgers. He piggybacked Julio Urias last week again. Grisham had a miserable regular season last year. Is the worst in Major League Baseball. And he went 9 for 8. That'll get you a 110 average. 0-1 pitch. And that's inside. 1 ball and 1 strike.
He hopes to get back, well, into the upper 90s.
1-2 now to Grisham.
But I think lighter at 90-some miles an hour.
And Grisham strikes out looking, and there's 1 away.
Because behind Syndergaard, you got Miguel Rojas. It's more games together and really start to understand.
And Fernando Tatis was guilty of a clock violation. Took too long to 0-1 pitch. And popped him up. Miguel Vargas backpedaling, shallow center. At least in some people's eyes, but not his. He was just doing okay. Mile-an-hour fastball, 0-1 to Carpenter. He was wearing pinstripes in the Bronx with the Yankees, and things really turned around for him. All of a sudden, Matt Carpenter was back on the scene again. Low and in for a ball. 2-1 to Carpenter. Swings and pops it up. And Miguel Vargas just a foot or so. Here's Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Will Smith. Followed by Max Muncy and J.D. Martinez. Nick Martinez will make his final start before joining Team USA. Pitching to his World Baseball Classic teammate Mookie Betts, and he starts him off with a strike.
Start off the ball game with a home run yesterday. Actually here. But we talked about middle of the home runs last year of the 35. Middle in.
0-2 pitches low. 1 ball and 2 strikes to move. Third base side of the rubber. He kicks and fires. And a breaking ball outside taken for
pitches. Middle of the plate in.
2-2. Little tapper down to third, foul.
A little over a quarter of all of his pitches against it.
Mookie pops this one up in the infield. Third baseman Jansen Whitty calling for
outs that I could count before the game. 13 Major League scouts. That count.
Freddie Freeman takes up high ball 1. Well, they want a different looking lineup for the Padres as Freddie hammers one to left center field, but ballpark's going to hold.
And for teams looking for, well, substitutions, maybe signing.
Will Smith 3 for 11 in spring training. He'll take high ball 1 from Martinez, and Martinez, who was a starter at the beginning of the year last year, went to the bullpen. 2-0. Now it's 3-0. That pitch up high. Nobody's ever in it anymore. 3-0 pitch. And Will clubs this one to the gap in left center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Cutting it off. Carpenter holding Smith at first base. Muncy facing Martinez. Right-hander sends. As a starting pitcher last year, Martinez had 10 starts. At a 4, his ERA was just 2.67. He did much better out of the bullpen. Breaking ball for a strike, and it's 1. Joe Musgrove, who is injured right now. Swinging a foul ball. In fact, Musgrove likes. So the Padres have instituted a new weight room rule where you have to have shoes on. They're considering a 6-man rotation, at least to start the season. Muncy lines one to right field. That's a base hit. His left hand, sliding glove. J.D. Martinez takes a strike on the outer hand.
Is calling time.
0-1 pitch to Martinez. From Martinez, delivered as a strike. They call time just out of force of habit. But that is a habit that base runners need to get out of.
Quite found the stroke yet, but I don't think the pitch recognition is there yet.
The ground ball slowly hit toward the middle. That is backhanded by Odor. Noah Syndergaard back to work facing the catcher, Luis Campusano. First ball swinging down to short. Rojas there. Throws on.
It's like they've got a bus to catch.
Non-roster invite. And he's done a pretty good job, too. Home 300. 279 last year in AAA. 0-1 to Dahl, pops it back and out of play. Now it's 0-2.
Well, that's a good pitch because that had him refined.
That's sliced out of play down the left side. 0-2 pitch. They'll tap her up the first base side. Swinging bunt. Picked up by Syndergaard. Tosses to first. For 2 down. Designated hitter Austin Nola batting during spring training. First ball swinging. There's a shot flag down by Vargas at second base. Well, Jason Hayward's got a lot of fans around the game. So we go on the road and people from other teams asking about him specifically, and he's done well. I mean, defensively, 3-0. High strike, and it's 3-1.
But boy, does he ever.
That ball 4 inside, so the leadoff man is.
And if he can just find the stroke and get the confidence back.
13, no home runs, 1 run batted in. Strike to him. And the 0-1. Inside, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Not only playing well defensively, swinging the bat very well.
Martinez sends one home, and that's. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens with the one that are not, but I think in the past couple of years, everything was pretty well set. I think it's legitimate competition.
Absolutely. Competition. The schedule, although this year, their time schedule a little bit off because of the WBC. Some going, some staying. Respective
WBC sites. Some have already left, and depending on where they are. Little roller to the first base side. Toss to Martinez. Miguel Rojas. 4 hits and 10 at-bats. 2 on and nobody out. No score. Bottom of the second inning. 2020 games in Japan, and he was on the silver medal winning team.
Rojas discovered his swing a little.
Rojas rips this one down the left field side. That's headed for the corner. The throw will be late. And into second standing Miguel Vargas, who's not swinging again today. It'll be his last game where morning that he'll be cleared after Tuesday, so expecting him to play Wednesday night. I guess you can learn something, though, when you're told to go up there and not swing. Just watching pitches.
Yeah, I talked to track the baseball, to pick up the release point.
And Martinez takes advantage of Vargas and strikes him. He popped up to Jansen Whitty at third to start the Dodger first. He'll take a ball low.
Last year, Mookie Betts set the franchise record for home runs as a leadoff hitter with 35. Happens to be a career high also for Betts. We have not heard that chatter since.
Mookie watches that one the whole way and takes. Pitch is swung on, popped up again, left side of the infield. Shortstop Jackson Merrill.
Exhibition games, yes, underline exhibition. They've hit over 300.
Then Como kicks in, sends one home to Freddie, and Freddie takes a strike.
What does that mean for the upcoming season?
Then Como's pitch low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rojas has a big lead, and now Freddie strokes one in the air to right center. That is going to split the outfielder.
Another base hit.
That's his 8th run batted in this spring. He leads the club. Play each other as often anymore with the new schedule. Ground ball up the middle and a base hit. Freddie's going to come around third and his 2nd spring RBI. In the game here in the 2nd inning. And he strokes one. That one's going to go to left center field and deep. Grisham's not going to get it. Bounces off the line here in the 2nd inning. It's 5-0. Muncy the other day. That's what you want to see out of Max Muncy. That opposite field gap power. And the pitch. Ground ball up the middle, a base hit. And Muncy will score. Nothing. Pull the trigger here. He gets anything at all to hit. And he does, and he grounds it to the right side. Backhanded by Odor. He'll straighten up and throw on.